me back to the sweet times, the hot nights. Everything is gonna be alright in the summertime, baby, in the summertime. And even if I have to...
Hey guys, welcome back to another Kiwi vlog. So today we are at Bodmin Jail. It is one of the UK's most haunted places. So we'll see if we can pick up anything today. I'm going in on my own, guys. We have been here before years ago. I couldn't pick up anything because there was too many people around and I couldn't feel anything anyway. But yeah, so let's go together.
This is the first bit that you walk into. They're having a nice time. They're playing cards. They have these two over here. Now I'm going to have a quick walk down. They're, if you look out, they're all jail cells. And that side. But as you can see, they're doing a lot of work on it. I was here 3 years ago, there was no work being done, so hopefully we can get around everywhere. We can't get outside and go right down the bottom, which we did 3 years ago. But I'll try and show you as much as I can, guys. So here we've got the sailing bark, I can never say these words. A 1901 Italian sailor, Valerio Giovanni, stabbed his shipmate, Victor Bailiff, to death in the forehold of the Lawton, some 500 miles off the Brazilian coast, having taken on crew and night rate at Calete, Buena. It was bound for England. So that's him. And there's his poor shipmate. And a nice little rat up there. Oh, here they used to have, obviously they're working on them, so they used to have, again the same as just over there, so you can also do Bodmin after dark, and as I say, it's the UK's most haunted public venue. So yes, it's a 3-course meal in the Governor's Hall, followed by an overnight experience in the jail with our paranormal team, if you dare. Guys, it's something I would love to do, but I wouldn't do it on my own. So if I had a friend that wanted to do it as well, it'd be something so cool to do, but I'm not going to do it on my own. So here is the naval wing. Again, can't go down to it. I'll show you guys, it's just through this door. You've got steps over here, steps that go down. It's all being worked on. I think it's been up for a few years now. So here we've got William, I'm so rubbish with names, Bartlett. William Merge Bartlett was a quarry manager at Carrow County Quarry. He was a married man with 8 children and by standards had a good income from his job and a good family life. So that was him. Whilst his wife was pregnant with their 8th child, he employed a nurse called Elizabeth Weary to take care of her through the pregnancy and to assist with the birth of the child. And basically had an affair with her, so. The old place of execution. Behind what was a door here, 2 people were executed in this very place. The first being Selina Wedge on 15th of August 1878, and the second being William Bartlett over there on the 13th of November 1882. The same executioner, William Marwood from Horncastle in Lincolnshire, executed them both. Now I think Selina is the one that killed her child, I think. So that was done around here, I think. Oh, you can see out there, guys. See the jail cell windows. And obviously you can see they're doing a lot of work. Anyway, let's carry on. We're going to go down first. We normally go downstairs. All the way down there. Let's go. Oh, let me jump that one. Apparently like sheep. So William Hocking hanged at aged 57. Let me put it on his face. He was hanged on the 21st of August 1834 for hostility. It's quite cold down here. Anyway, we'll go in this bit first. Okay. So, these are one, well, I think, no, I'm not sure if she was the one that's been moved or not. Mine shaft murder. So it could be her. I was thinking of a well, I don't know why. Last Wednesday week, the body of a child was discovered down a disused mine shaft near Redruth. The 2-year-old was found floating on a piece of wood. The mother, Ethel Physick, admitted to the murder and was arrested at Carnglaze. This was her statement. I did it, sir. I did away with my baby because I had no place for it and no home myself. I took it away as I had no money to pay for it. We had nowhere to go and no one to care for us. My mother was bad and it was her fault my sister tried to kill herself. I'm very sorry. What will they do to me? They won't hang me, will they? Unfortunately, we do not have records on what punishment Ethel Physick received. And that was in the Cornishman newspaper on the 29th of April 1909. So, that's kind of what it looks like. Then we've got BT's bakery. We've got 2 guys here. Nicholas Guard hanged for knifing James Hoskin, only 20 years of age. Guard had been for several years the terror of his neighbourhood. Throughout his trial he appeared violent, hardened and unrepentant, but by the unremitting excursions of the Rev. Mr. Farrer, the chaplain of Bodmin Prison, he was brought to a proper sense of his situation. He acknowledged that he had led a very wicked life, though he hoped he was not out of reach of mercy, and that he died in peace with all mankind. Executed on the 10th of September 1821, aged 42. Public hangings were intended as deterrents, but came to be regarded as popular entertainment. So, I'll just so you can see them. Then we've got suicide outside the jail on Thursday last, as a constable of St. Column was conducting a prisoner. There you go. A prisoner named Thomas Weary to the county jail. The prisoner halted just as they came in sight of the building. The constable, after proceeding a step or two, turned around and to his surprise discovered the prisoner had slit his own throat. That was the 16th of August 1839. And then guys, we go down here. So this is a Hayden coal fired boiler. The boiler you see before you is a copy of the original Hayden coal-fired boiled in its original position, which was used to heat the chapel at the top of the building. It was ordered on the 8th of November 1858. There we go. So we're going to move on. So they've got some old bits hanging on the wall. So we're going to go in this one. So this is the hangings. So, a double hanging in 1840, so that's this one, guys. 20 to 25,000 people came to watch the party. How could you, I mean, even if someone's, you know, bad, I still couldn't go and watch and, like, enjoy a hanging. the brothers, William and James Lightfoot, who murdered Mr. Neville Norway, took place on Monday last in front of the county the town of Bodmin on the Sunday evening presented the appearance of a fair. Every public house, as well as many private houses, was filled to overflowing. Wow. Crazy. So this would have been these two. And here we have a lady. And then here is this guy. Stealing bees and honey. On the 3rd of August 1838, Anthony Cock, 37, was sentenced to 6 months hard labour. He was charged with stealing 3 butts of bees with honey and comb from the garden of Mr. James Mann, who lived near Penzance. There you go, guys. Feel free to pause and give them a quick read if you like. I don't want to keep reading everything out because it's going to last too long. But anyway, guys, you can read. Pause and read if you like. So we're going to come back through and go around here. So there is quite a few new changes. So we've got this here. So this is the tread wheel. Tread wheel, yeah, like a treadmill, but a tread wheel. So the prisoners would have to use that. Okay, over here we have flogging and the cat of 9 tails. There's a lot of reading there, guys, I won't zoom in. Flogging, or the whipping of miscreants, has been around since the Middle Ages and was considered a fairer form of punishment as opposed to hanging or transportation for minor crimes. Crimes such as speaking out against the church or the theft of small items would be punished by flogging or whipping. So there we go. Still not nice. Okay, so here are types of punishments. So I'll zoom in for you guys there so you can obviously again pause and read it. The public whipping of women was abolished in 1817 and men in the 1830s. There we go. There, right. Okay, so we'll go over here first before we go down to the end. So here we have knitting in the stocks. So there we are, 2 women, both old and notorious offenders as drunkards, were placed in the stocks for a sentence of 6 hours. One took the affair very calmly. She had attained a due elevation by sitting on a quantity of straw and pillow, and she employed herself with knitting, appearing as indifferent to the hundreds of people and children that were standing around her as she could have been in her own room. The other woman, who was not so comfortable, perched, and whether from the effects of a bad leg or the novelty of her situation, was distressed at her position and wept continually. And that was reported on the 4th of October 1844. So there them two are. And then here we have killing a mare. So on Thursday 15th of September 1791, William Moyle was hung for feloniously killing a mare. Moyle had a grudge against the local tax collector and didn't agree with paying taxes, and so in revenge killed his mare. Moyle is recorded as being hung in Bodmin, but there is no record of exactly where. Over here we have a counter... guys, I'm not... Cornwall Spring Assizes. James Cook was indicated for having in his possession certain false and counterfeit coins. Okay. So there he is. With his... I like the hearth. Anyway, guys, we're going to keep going. So we are right at the bottom. So we are underground at the moment. So... Fed by the fairies. I've never been in there. They didn't have this last time. Horse, all that scary thing there. God, he's creepy. Look at him. Look at his band. Hey, please, dude. You're scary. Okay. So Anne Jeffreys was born in St. Teith in 1826 and had attracted a large following in the Cornish community as she was suspected of being a challenging a changeling, having the ability to change into an animal, and her healing powers were legendary. She was eventually thrown into Bodmin Jail, where she was kept in solitary confinement and deprived of food. However, she was strangely not affected in any way by this. Her health and her weight remained stable throughout. And Jeffries insisted that she was fed and cared for by the fairies in her cell at night. Oh, okay, so this is her cell. Oh, awesome. It's a bit dark, guys, but they're her fairies on the table. I like fairies. Fairies are nice. Anyway, coming out of there, we come down here. We have like these little holes in the wall. Look how rusty that is. It's like a rat might run past. And we've got this uneven floor here, so just got to be careful. So we've got this bit here. Got some bits up there. Some stuff down there. This part is really cold. Warm air inlet, fresh air inlet. Okay, so this is where the air would come and go. So you've got the hot and cold inlets. So this is the system. Okay, and like I say, it's pretty much the same there, up there, and there. I'm gonna try not to fall over, guys. Right, guys, my camera might turn off in a minute, so just gonna try and find my way out. No, this is the way out. So we're gonna head back up. There is another floor halfway up. So remember, guys, to keep an eye out and see if you see anything. When we get to the other part, if it's still open, I might try and do a spirit box. So we've got this part in here. Okay. I always forget what they're called, but I love those. Mangle. So that's another part there. Okay, 15 years transportation. So, okay, guys, there we go. Okay, guys, so this is their bathroom. So we've got the sink, we've got a tub, and we've got the toilet in the corner, which we'll go and see in a minute. Now, yeah, there's a loo, the old loo. So what it says here is 1 bath every 3 months. So the 43rd rule is that all prisoners except debtors should have a tepid bath once every 3 months. We, the magistrate, thought it unnecessary. Reported in the newspaper on the 30th of June 1843. Now over here it's got original prison toilet. So I say, guys, yes, original. So the pan was discovered in a top floor cell of the civil wing during explorations in 2007. It is believed to be one of a number of washrooms on this wing. The toilet pan is Armitage and proceeds there gaining a royal warrant. These are the only washroom items found at the jail. Naturally now they are not in their original location. So obviously you can see there's a little toilet tissue holder there. Yeah, guys, that's the original.
So that's the laser thermometer for sensing and logging changes in local temperature. Here, guys, if you follow the paranormal channels, this is a K2 meter, so EMF, electromagnetic field detector. Here is a Ouija board. If anyone's ever used one, comment down below, guys. Here we've got a REM pod. So obviously, you know, if anyone touches it, it will go off. And the tri-field meter for sensing changes in the electromagnetic fields, radio waves, frequencies, and microwaves. So yeah, guys, let me know. I have done a psychic board. Obviously you are protected when you do that. You have a prayer thing that you do, so and then obviously you have to say goodbye properly when you're leaving. I'm just taking some just some leaflets to look at. So yes, that's the paranormal room, guys. So we're going to head out now and head round to another bit. Oop. So there's what Zach would be on, the penny press. So over here we have Richard Amos Deutsch, born 1860. Richard Amos was aged 2, living at St Stephen by Saltash with his parents Amos and Mary Ann. They had 4 children: Lily, Ernest, Violet and Annie. Their mother, Adelaide, died 1903 at Bodmin, aged 39. So guys, this is just them and the keys. And a girl. There we go.
I say that. Why do you think that William Hampton captured his girls?
That is the original entrance. Up here are some photos. That's an original Bodmin Jail doorbell. And all the keys, salty keys found in the execution pit. That down there, guys, is a mammoth's tooth, found on site during renovation works since 2006. That's awesome. Don't know if you can see the writing on there, the engravings. There is John Harrigan in Bodmin Jail in 1881, but he was too young to be in jail in 1857. So that was found in the former naval wing around 1857. So guys, we've got all the original Bodmin Jail keys. So we've got all the little ones, and they get bigger and bigger as it comes down. Guys, these are all the original gate locks. That's the front gate lock, keys, keyholes, locks. Here's a stable door lock, cell door lock and keys. So this is where they used to prepare the food. Nice bit of meat, potatoes, carrots, a bit of fish, yuck. Some lovely bit of meat there. Some bean, I don't know what that is, bread. Yum. In here we've got them preparing prison meals. She looks delighted. And they're stealing milk from a cow. She's found guilty, Anne Holman, of stealing milk from a cow belonging to James Gray and was sentenced to 2 months imprisonment at Bodmin Jail. So these ones show you what their meals were, guys. So the males always got more than the females. So this lovely gentleman murdered his wife. James Holman was executed on the 3rd of April 1854 for killing his wife. He murdered her by beating her skull in with a smoothing iron and then throwing her face down upon the fire. Throughout the trial, Holman displayed a complete indifference to either the death of his wife or the nature of his own fate. See the lists of hangings. A lovely husband. What has happened to my hair? Spirits are playing with my hair. Anyway guys, we're going to carry on. I should have picked up these leaflets. We've got my friend. And if you look down here, I don't know if you can see them. They're hiding under there. So we're going to go, hold on guys, up the steps. And this is, this is the ones that have been moved. Oh, here we go.
My absent asks for my forgiveness in a letter. James Westwood needs forgiveness for many things. What kind of free man asks for the forgiveness of a condemned woman? My handsome, that took it away from me, threw it away and drowned it, and now I'm supposed to believe he's beside you. I can't deny my mother's love, even a guilty family for like me. My youngest is taken from me, my eldest too. They take pity on the foster children, but not me. I was lying on school for it, certainly from the workhouse, when they charged me at last. When they sentenced me, and they told me what I'd done. You took your bastard children, Selina Wedge. You took them to the hill. Despite your good mothering, against your Western judgment, you cast your youngest Harry into the pit, in the hope that he called the dark waters. You murdered the little child so that you could be with your man, an innocent man who you accused of your sins. Would you do that?
Husband sold his wife at a cattle farming thing. I bet guys wish they could do it these days, couldn't they? Maybe the women would like to as well. Anyway, we're gonna head this way. So we will now be going up. I think we're going to level 1. Hold on. Entrance, exit, tourist done. So now we're going to then and now. So we're heading up more stairs.
So, in a minute, I'm going to show you guys the then and now prisons. So this is where you used to be able to look out to, so you can see all the prison cells. So it goes right down the back, and you used to be able to walk down on the outside and come right out at the other end and look in. But obviously, like I say guys, they're doing work, so them rooms, I want to get in them rooms so bad. It's not fair. Okay guys, so yes, they did have children in prison as well. Mostly just for like silly things like stealing or whatever, so I don't know. But anyway, this is the old, oh, the door's come off. Oh god, look, the door's all broken. It used to be attached. So guys, that's the old door. So this is the inside of the jail, so obviously that'd be looking out and receiving food or talking to someone. Some old locks. So anyway guys, here is their bed they used to lay on. Can't really call it a bed, can you? I swear there's a fly following me. There is a cracked window pane there. So that is what the jails used to be like. Oh god, there's so many cobwebs, guys, look. I don't know if you can catch it all on camera up there. Yeah, so this is what the jails used to be like back in the Bodmin Jail days. And this is today's jails. Bit of shell on the wall. Bad choice. No, I'm joking. Oh, this is the door. I should show the door first, shouldn't I? So this is the jails that we have now. They forgot to add the PlayStation, the Xbox, the telephone, and everything else that they want, but still, they got it good. They got it good right now. So here it says, what do you think? So let me know, guys, what you think in the comments. To your left, so the first one is a typical prison cell in circa 1780, so that's roughly 1780. Cold, damp, no running water. The prisoners had to work when in the cell, oakum picking, which is separating rope into single fibres, which, when mixed with tar, was used for caulking wooden ships. To the right, so a jail cell of today, around 2014. Central heating, TV, radio. They also have toilet facilities. Prisoners are allowed newspapers and mail. When working, they get a small allowance to pay for things like tobacco. Now, me, personally, that would be like the old days, because if you commit a crime or do something wrong, then you should be punished. I've actually seen on television and people speak out before how they actually do crimes, so they can go to prison because they can't, you know, on the outside it's not good, so they go to prison. So they get, like I say, fed, watered, they can get a little job and money. I don't think it's right, guys, I don't think it's right. If I run the country, no one would be committing crimes anymore, I tell you. I'd come down hard on you. Anyway, guys, we're up on level 2. So, viewpoint over civil wing. So over here we've got Robert Brown, aged 27, hanged 23rd of March 1785 for the murder of his boy apprentice by starvation. Not very nice. And this is them in here. So, he was working, so was this little fella, and he starved to death. Good old days, eh? Anyway, next one. I like looking at these because these are all the old little nooks and crannies and bits on the wall still. Playing toss penny. Back in the 1800s, it was illegal to play toss penny on a Sunday. Never knew that. Last week at the Guildhall, Helston, a petty session was held. 4 boys from the Helston area were fined 3 shillings and 4 pence each for playing toss penny on a Sunday. That was reported in the newspaper on the 27th of February 1824. So that's them playing toss penny. So there you go, guys, just boys having some fun.
Here we go, guys. It's a bit creepy in here. There would have been another level up there, as you can tell. Right, so here is where they hung you. And this is all the executions. There's quite a lot. Hello. What?
So this is where they executed, guys.
Oh, yeah, the red one.
Yeah. So, we've got the naughty person over there with the pillowcase wrapped around their neck. You've got the noose hanging here, coffin behind. You've got the lever, and you've got the drop. Look down there, guys. Creepy.
Oh, is that where you were?
No, not allowed down there. That's just a box of stuff that they've got. So, a block and tackle, straps, sandbag, chalk, measuring rod, copper wire, 1 cap, and a pack of thread.
And can you show me around in the place?
So that's right here, guys, at the door in.
Can you show me around the place?
You can't go in.